Hey, good morning. I know we're all tired of hearing bad news and all this stuff about the coronavirus, so I thought I'd lighten things up a little today and just for a few minutes anyway, give you all something to laugh about. I thought I'd tell you a story about my mom. I know a lot of you have heard this story before, but maybe some of you haven't, so I thought I'd share it just to give you something to laugh about today. Well, as you know, my mom was Japanese and we lived in South Haven, Mississippi. And shortly I graduated high school and went off to college. My mother had an issue with her trash. You see, we lived in South Haven at a time when it was an unincorporated village. And so there were no official city agencies to take care of things like trash. There was a guy, however, just an individual, who, as a private side business, went around and collected trash from folks. He had a pickup truck with sides on it. And so that's how Mom got rid of her trash. Every month she would mail him a check and he would continue to make the rounds and pick up her trash. Well, she lost his address. And because she lost his address, she couldn't pay him. You know, this was before cell phones, obviously, so she couldn't just call him up. So because she didn't pay him, he quit coming. And when that happened, the trash started piling up in the backyard. Well, after a while, Mom decided she needed to do something about this. So she called our cousin Keith, who lived a few blocks away, and said, "Keith, is there anywhere I can take my trash? It's starting to get out of hand." Well, Keith told her about this place off of State Line Road on a gravel road where people were just dumping their trash. And so Mom said, "That's what I'm going to do." So she loaded up the trunk and the back seat of her car, which was a brand new Ford Futura. First new car she'd ever bought. She was really proud of that car. Anyway, she loaded the car up and she headed off with the trash in the direction that Keith told her. He told her to head up Highway 51. This was even before Elvis Presley Boulevard, right? Go up Highway 51 till you get to State Line Road, turn left, which she did, go past the DeSoto Ready Mix, which she did, and then you'll find another gravel road, turn left, go down that road, and you'll see where people have been dumping their trash. So that's what Mama did. Sure enough, she saw where people were dumping their trash. Now, this gravel road that she was on, you have to picture in your mind Mississippi in the mid-1970s, okay? It was a rutted, rough gravel road, and as Mom's driving down, she's worried about the alignment on this brand new car of hers. So she finds the place, she pulls over, looks up and down the road, nobody coming, so she dumps her trash, gets back in the car, and manages to turn the car around somehow on that little tiny gravel road, and she's heading back home, and she's feeling really good about herself, right? She's mentally patting herself on the back. At the same time, she's worried about the suspension on her car. So she's driving along on this gravel road, and she looks to her left, and up the embankment and through the grass, she sees a nice paved road. And she's thinking to herself, well, this is a new road they just haven't opened yet. I'm going to take that road. So she drove up the embankment, through the grass, onto this paved road, and now she's really feeling good about herself. She's protected her car, she's gotten rid of her trash, and now she's heading home. So she's driving along and she looks in her rearview mirror, and there is an airplane coming at her. She had managed to get on the runway at the DeSoto Air Park, and she did the only thing that she knew to do, which was to accelerate as fast as she could. So she's running down the runway as fast as she can with a little single-engine airplane coming right at her. And she looks ahead, and the runway ends. There's a chain link fence, so all she can do is just brake the car, turn around, and take her chances with the airplane. And as she's telling us the story, she said, as I'm passing him by, she said, I could see in the cockpit the pilot just going like this at me, shaking his finger and shaking his head. And so my mom had to drive past the airplane, then back down the runway to that one little section of fence that just happened to be missing that she found, and get off the airport property, back on that gravel road, and make it home. Now, it's a hilarious story. And the moral of that story, as far as I'm concerned, is this. When you're faced with a situation and you have an opportunity to do the right thing or take the easy way out, sometimes taking the easy way out is not the thing to do because you can end up in more trouble than you started out in. So anyway, that's a funny story about my mom. I thought I'd share it with you to brighten your day. And who knows, maybe someday soon I'll tell you another one. Have a good day.